Alrighty, good morning traders and welcome to the morning coffee session here with the FX Big Dog, checking out the market, see what's happening this week and see what trading opportunities we have. We didn't have a very good week, well, not an active week the last couple of weeks, although we did pay out quite a bit of pips the 2 weeks ago. We got 3,200 pips gained, so it hasn't been a bad month, but certainly has been a very slow week last week. This week, maybe something a little different. Now we're turning over to a new month. The 1st of July comes up on Wednesday, so we will be moving into a new month this month. But let's go take a look and see what's going on, because we do have, of course, the normally we have the non-farm payrolls coming up on the Friday, the first Friday of the month. But because of the holiday moving into the 4th of July, Friday banks are closed, so that means we're going to have the jobs report only next week. And normally the non-farm payroll week is a pretty slow week of trading as well, but we're already starting to see some active movement in the euro crosses. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on, what opportunities we have for this week, and we'll take a look at what we have also based on the previous trade. So with that being said, traders, let's go ahead and jump into the technicals. We'll go take a look at the spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet I'm going to show you is available in the description. All right, is available in the description. Now, I also said that I was going to have the link for the trading room in the description below, and it may not be there right now if you're watching this live, but it will be there by the close of today. So if you're watching this a little later, or you want to come back and check out the description, I will have that link below inside the description. That will give you the ability to be able to sign up for my trading room. There was a lot of traders asking on Friday, Gary, how do I get into your trading room? And what is it all about? Well, the trading room starts on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and well, it starts on a Tuesday. We go through on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's 2 hours a day. We talk about the markets, we break it down, we look at trading opportunities, and you also get access to this awesome MT4 EA called Right Trader Max. You get access to that as well, where you can go ahead and follow the trades that we're busy doing on that as well. And in fact, this month, we are going to close out with over 30% return just this month alone. Over 5,000 plus pips that we've generated just this month alone. So you definitely want to get into the Right Trader Max, or at least, sorry, you want to get into the trading room to get access to the Right Trader Max, but also at the same time, get access to the turning points of the market, where I go ahead and talk about tops and bottoms, where we're going to trade out the automation. The trading room is called the hybrid trading room. It's absolutely essential that you consider using technical analysis with automation to help you become a better trader and a lot more profitable. All right, so with that being said, traders, with all being said, let's go take a look and see what's going on this morning with trading opportunities. Now, good morning, Denise. We've got Jason in the house. William, David, Laura, Bob, Doug. Good morning to all of you. And for those that are also in the room, Michael's in the room there as well. Good morning to everyone. Let's go ahead and get started with the technical analysis. Right, now remember, we look at the news to see how the market's going to move this week. We got a bunch of news coming out this week. We got China PMI coming out this evening. We have Canadian GDP. It's monthly data. I'm not too excited about that. We have the Fed chair poll that testifies at 12:30 on Tuesday. We got ADP numbers. No, normally ADP numbers comes out at the same time as, oh snap, my apologies. Check this out. They've actually moved the non-farm payroll to the Thursday. So because of Friday's bank holiday, we have now actually data coming out on Thursday, and this is ADP numbers on Wednesday. Then Thursday we've got average earnings. That's going to be down. We've got non-farm payroll coming out as well on Thursday. We also have unemployment rate coming out as well, which is going to show actually a little bit of a decline, which means that people are going back to work, people are regaining their jobs, which is great for the economy. But it's going to all happen on Thursday. So all eyes on Thursday. So my apologies. It is definitely happening this week. All right, good. Well, with that being said, let's now go take a look and see what trading opportunities are happening this week. Now, remember, traders, this is the document I spoke about, and this document can be accessed through our through the description. I'm going to go ahead and just set up the new doc, and the new doc will be the 29th. All right, and all of this is going to be removed. And let's go take a look and see what's happening this week. All right, so this week we've got the Aussie, Euro Aussie. That's a hit target this week. So no trading on this pair. The one thing I do like about it is that we are trading above the pivot points, which means this price is starting to move back north. Let's go to Euro CAD. And Euro CAD is creating an opportunity for us right here. We've got an unhit target. Price is moving into an overbought condition, or trying to. So you see over here, $69. No, not yet. Okay, good. So trade is not triggered off yet on this one. We do have an unhit target. So we're looking for an overbought condition on this one right here, and looking to sell it to the downside. So this is not active yet. That's on the Euro CAD. Let's go to Euro JPY. Euro JPY is a hit target. Let's move on. Euro New Zealand dollar. This one is an unhit target as well. So Euro New Zealand dollar right here, unhit target. Also looking for an overbought condition. Bearish alert on this one. Let's go look at pound Aussie dollar. Oh, sorry, my bad. Euro pound. Euro pound is actually in an overbought condition right here, and our sell on this would be, let's take a look. Oh, well, we've been selling since this big spike right here. What happened? What time was that? 4 o'clock in the morning. Huh. I'm interested to see what happened at 4 o'clock this morning. Let me see what news came out at 4 o'clock in the morning. Six hours ago? That might be it. Could be what Prime Minister Johnson said this morning. That could have given the euros, the pound a bit of movement, and then of course also affecting the euro as well. Well, euro did spike up right here. This would have been the entry point right here at the close of this candle at 91.25. So this one is a active order right here. See here, 91.25. Yep. This would be active right here, and this would be in a sell. All right, let's go take a look at the pound. No, hang on, we got still the euro, US dollar right here. Euro, US dollar is a hit target. All right, let's go ahead and update that. That's a hit target right here. Let's go to pound CAD right here. Denise says a nice setup on the pound, euro pound. Yes, there is. We'll take a look and see what that looks like long term. Let's go ahead and pull up pound CAD's a hit target. Let's go to pound JPY. Pound JPY is a hit target. Let's go to pound New Zealand dollar. Pound New Zealand dollar is unhit target. Doesn't look like it got into a... Nope. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pull up pound New Zealand dollar right here. And these two are hit targets right here. Let's go ahead and mark them off as hit targets. Let's go to pound Aussie. Pound Aussie's hit target. Let's go to pound US dollar. Pound US dollar is an unhit target. Let's mark that off. Now, when you see, take a look over here, when you take a look over here and you notice that you can see that the euros, some of the euro crosses are all looking for like overbought conditions, and the pound crosses are all looking for oversold conditions. So you can definitely see this consensus of exactly what type of basket runs we're looking at, whether it's bullish or bearish based on those crosses. And it looks like we definitely have consensus with the euro and the pound, all indicating some sort of turnaround. Pound looking to bottom out, and euros looking to top out on most of the crosses right here. Let's go to Aussie JPY. Aussie JPY, and if you actually look over here on the right hand side bottom right here, you can actually see the euro. Euro is a little stronger than the pound. The pound's weak, euro strong. So again, looking for that change in directional bias. Let's take a look at where am I at now. Aussie US dollar. This is Aussie JPY. Aussie JPY hit target. Aussie New Zealand dollar hit target. Aussie CAD. Believe it's a hit target right here. I'm going to go ahead and take a look over here. Aussie CAD. Zoom in a little closer up. And it looks like we may actually have gone ahead and hit the target right here. What is that low at? The low is at, let me pull up my data window right here. That low is at 69, so target is sitting at 59, and I get that right. The low's at 59.2, 59.1. So we actually did not hit that target this week, and it's just by a few pips right here. Let's go take a look and see what we got here. So this is actually an unhit target. I'm going to call it a low probability though. So that's a hit target, that's a hit target, this one's an unhit target, looking for an overbought condition, but I'm going to go ahead and cause a low probability right here. We're probably going to see price come down and hit this level. You can see it's already starting to move down. So let's go to the next pair, which is Aussie US dollar right here. Now we've got a question here. The past pound New Zealand unhits. What should we do? What should we do? Close. Okay, I'm going to get to that question in a moment right here. Let's get this covered first, and then we'll get into the question about targets that are unhit. So let's jump into Aussie US dollars a hit target. Let's go to New Zealand CAD. New Zealand CAD's a hit target. Let's go to US dollar CAD. And US dollar CAD is an unhit target. So let's do this. Hit target. Oops. Hit target. Hit target. This one's an unhit target. But I believe this is a low probability too. Nope, not ready. So looking for overbought condition. Look for a sell alert, bearish alert right here. Alright, fantastic. Okay, good. Now, and this one was on an overbought condition right here. We're selling. Alright, so these are the opportunities we have for this week that we're going to be paying attention to. Now, there was a question that came up there, and the question was, what happens to the missed targets that were unhit? What happens to the missed targets? What do we do with those? Well, this is very, very easy and very simple. Alright, we always trade the current unhit targets. We always trade the current targets for the week. If there is a trade that you're in a trade from a previous missed target, you continue to trade those trades out. I'm in on a couple of trades that I've been holding on to from a few weeks ago that I'm still holding on to, that the target has not been hit. So I'm going to continue to hold on to that trade. But we don't look at missed targets and trade towards missed targets, not on this strategy. Listen here, I'm telling you, what I'm saying here is that there is a strategy to be able to trade missed targets. We just don't do it in this strategy. All right, we just don't do it here. If you want to find out more about that, you may want to go ahead and join the trading room, and we can talk more about those details in the trading room. But in this session right here, we only trade the current unhit targets for the week. We're not looking at missed targets. That's a different strategy altogether. It's not what we're doing here. All right. Now, let's take a look and see what we've got going on a couple of things here that have presented itself this week. Now, the euro, let me go ahead and open up the doc here. The euro pound. Denise said that was a good setup happening right here. I'd like to go take a look and see what it looks like, because this is the one that's that was actively entered into. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a refresh here while we get things loaded. So what I'd like to do is always take a look at the trade that I'm in, and specifically on a Friday. I don't really do it on a Monday that much, but on a Friday we go into a little more detail about trades that have created multiple entry points and see whether or not this is something we want to go ahead and actually continue hold or look for a way to get out of that trade. In most cases, 99.9%, we're always closing out in the money. We're never closing out of the money. We're always closing in the money. So when we look at these type of trade setups, if we have multiple positions in, we continue to hold that until we're in the money. Then we start making decisions as to where the market's trading and whether or not we want to go ahead and take a profit. All right? So let's go back to the chart right here. Let's take a look and see. Euro. All right, so this is the euro pound. Now we've seen a nice little rally right here. We did speak about this right here. In fact, as price trades above this level right here, I'm more considering now that price will probably go back up to the top of the range, because look over here, we are range bound on the euro pound, and with us being range bound, if the market's not going to respect the ABCD swings going down right here, which means that we're trading above the wave one low, then we're probably going to go back up to the top of the range right here, which means I'm going to go ahead and disregard all market swings and pay attention to the range bound levels. So right here, we're looking for a range bound level right here for price to go ahead and move down. Now, Denise is saying, hoping to see some divergence on the pound, on the euro pound. But here it is right here. Let's take a look. So we've got here in the short term, if we take a look over here, we needed price. All right, we needed price to go ahead and trade higher than this high right here. All right, we got a little spike up here. All right, but now price is really going up. Now, what's important here is, do we have divergence? Well, we've got a peak here, and we've got price coming, or at least momentum going still lower than that peak there. So as price goes up, there is the possibility of divergence still taking place, all right, if we see momentum remaining bearish. Now, as soon as the momentum starts turning back down south, there may be an opportunity. I would rather prefer to want to look for a sell-off as price gets up here. Now, granted that we're following a really strict strategy. And so with us following a strict strategy, we'll be looking to sell as price goes up to that level there. Let me just go ahead and pull it up again. We're already selling based on this target right here. Okay? And with us selling based on this target right here, all right, we should continue to focus in on a bearish move. Now, we're seeing a bit of indecision right here that could indicate some sort of downside move in the euro. Now, this is possibly euro strength, pound weakness. That's why we've got this big strong move right here. Now, if I go ahead and take a look at the overall direction that we look inside the trading room right here, this is what we go on ahead and said, or at least what we're following here in the trading room. So on the euro, there's the euro, and we did say sideways sell at resistance, and we spoke about that for a while. Resistance, we were referring to the resistance at this area right here. This was the resistance that we were selling. Now we'll go ahead and start thinking about looking for divergence. This is a daily time frame. We'll look for divergence, or even look for the market up to this resistance level right here. So if price stayed below here, we said sell below wave one. And we actually put it into our EA. We said, hey, if price trades below 89.97, we'll continue to look to sell down south. If it breaks above that, we'll look for the next resistance level or maybe divergence to go ahead and look for opportunities. Now I'm going to go ahead and see if I got picked up on the euro, if this is a new trade or I'm holding on to some other trades. Nope, looks like I got into this trade right here. And I got in at 91.25. So I did enter this trade right here, 91.25. So I got the right number here in the document. So there it is, 91.25. So I'm actually currently selling euro pound at the moment right now. And if it means that price has to move up a little higher and go up to this level right here and then sell off sell, we may pick up into multiple positions first and then start working our way back down south. So we are range bound. All right, price is range bound overall. You see right here, we're stuck in this range, and so we're looking for price to go ahead and move back down south. Now, worst case scenario, we break out of the range. If we break out of this range right here and we start heading north, then guess what? We'll start looking to get back to the top of the range right here and probably then start looking to get the heck out of Dodge. So anytime, and remember this, traders, anytime price does something different than we anticipated, if we're in a range and we expect the price to bounce back and forth between the tops and bottoms of the range, and it breaks out, change your plan. An alternative decision that needs to be made. And so we'll continue to trade the tops and bottoms, but if we have a breakout, then we're definitely going to look for the alternative trading opportunity, which means that if we end trades based on that range, we may need to look to get the heck out of Dodge and look for an exit point. So we'll go ahead and do that if that happens. Right now, we're still cool. Everything's great. We've got one entry point in. We're not too concerned about that. We may enter another couple of trades as price moves up to the top of the range. But then as it starts moving back down south again, we'll be in the money. If it breaks out, a new decision needs to be made. All right? Okay, so that's the euro pound. That's the only trade that picked up this week right here. And that's the only trade we're going to go ahead and talk about. Everything else that we have right now will continue to hold for the week. These are the trades that I'm currently in open positions on. Here it is right here. These are the open positions that I have. Nothing of these I do need to have a conversation about. I'm seeing actually, you know what? US dollar CAD. Maybe there's a conversation needs to be held a bit with the New Zealand, with the US CAD. US CAD, I'm in the money on that, and I want to take a look and see where we're at. US CAD. I know that we've got some dollar movement. Oh yeah, we're at this resistance right here. All right, so we're at resistance right here. And let me see where my target's at. This is something that you always need to pay attention to. All right, my target is up here. If my target is up here and we are hitting resistance on the daily, we're still 142 pips away from that. Let me take a look at my entry points on this. Let's go to US dollar CAD right here. I've got 3 entry points in. I'm in the money on all 3 of them. I do have space. I do have room between where price is trading right now and where my first entry point is. So I'm not looking too bad right here. I'm about, see here. I'm about 110 pips away from my first entry point. We've got about another 140 pips to go before we hit that target. I'm currently up, looks like, currently up 1% on my positions right here. And let me see what else I've got going here. Okay, so let me throw in, let me throw in this tool right here. Where is it? There we go. All right, there it is. Okay, good. So right now I'm up 229 pips from my break even, but that's times 3. Yeah, that's times 3. So my total pips right here, I'm up, let's call it 690 pips. About 690 pips up right now on this trade. And I've got about another 140 to go. Listen here, traders, I'm going to go ahead and say this, all right? I'm going to pay a lot of attention to what's currently happening right here at this level. There's a lot of resistance. Let me go ahead and make sure my trend line is drawn in correctly right here. All right, there is a little bit of room right here. We do have a little bit of room. We are trading above that 2019 high. Price trading up, but there is definitely resistance. And also, I get it. I also see that we have price looking to trade up a little higher. We just come inside this channel right here. We hit the bottom of the channel. We should be heading back up north. Let's go take a look at dollar index. All right, this is dollar index. And we've been talking about dollar index getting stronger, so dollar strength. That'll help the Canadians, or at least the US dollar against the Canadians, rally up. Go ahead and correct this line. All right, let's do this. So we're looking for a bit of rally to the upside on dollar. Let's go to US oil. US oil is still not trading above $40 a barrel. Did not take out the high right here. So US oil, we did say that US oil is expecting to dip and reposition itself to go back up north right here. And if it does that, we should be looking for a weak oil, strong dollar index. That means US dollar Canadian should continue to move back up north. Now this week, we're actually looking for an overbought condition on this one right here. Let's go back to the 1 hour and go to US dollar CAD. And there it is there. We're not in an overbought condition. So I'm going to go ahead and say, let's let this one ride for a little bit longer and see if price continues to rally up higher and break through that resistance of that downward trend line. But if we get into an overbought condition on the 1 hour, it might be time for us to go ahead and cash out. Now, we're about 140 pips away from this. If I move up another 100 pips, see resistance, and we don't get to that target, I'm okay cashing out a little bit early on that. We'll probably pick up well over 1,000 pips on this trade, or maybe just about 1,000 pips if we go up another 100 pips. Yeah, because we're at 700, call it 700 pips right now. Another 100 pips will give us a total pips of around about 1,000. And that should be enough for us to go ahead and cash out on this trade. So probably going to go ahead and do that on the US dollar CAD. Now I just want to go ahead and just take a look at quickly at a couple other here. Let's see here. We've got yeah, that's the only one that I'm really interested in paying attention to right now. Yep. The rest I'll leave for the week and take a look and see what happens by the end of the week. We'll have a conversation on Friday. Right. We'll have a conversation on Friday. All right. Well, that pretty much wraps up. The session for today. And we should be good to go with regards to. Let's take a look right here. I'm going to take a look at the news. Yeah. All right. We should be good to go until we get to around about Wednesday. Wednesday, the ADP numbers are going to be almost like a leading indicator of what we're going to expect on Thursday. But Thursday, I think, is going to be the big day for us this week. All eyes on Thursday. Market's going to be a little bit angsty at the start of the week. We're going to see a little bit of movement here and there, a bit of choppiness. But I think Thursday is really going to drive the market in a direction. So check out the news coming out on Thursday. It's going to be an exciting Thursday before we head into the long weekend. And if I don't see you guys on Friday, look here, I want to be back on Friday. I know it's a public holiday Friday, but I'll go ahead and broadcast on Friday morning, take a look and see what's going on, and we'll go ahead and start making decisions as we go into Sunday again. Now, the bank holidays the bank's going to be closed. Some of the brokers may be closed. I'm not 100% certain. Some brokers may be closed on Friday. If it's a bank holiday, sometimes if it's not exactly that day that the public holiday is on, we may not have brokers closed out. So you may want to check with your broker and see if they're closed out on Thursday. Well, going into Friday. So check that out, see whether or not they are. Of course, if you've got an international broker, you shouldn't have a problem at all. This is just US-based brokers. All right, traders, with that being said, you guys have a fantastic week of trading, and we'll see you back in the next session. Now, don't forget, in the description, give me a couple of hours, and I'll get that in the description. I'll get the trading room link that you can go ahead and get access to the trading room. With that being said, traders, have an awesome week. This is FX Big Dog signing off.